Greetings, fellow gamers. GamerGid here, and this is my guide on how to get that sweet, sweet Buzz badge of that Woody and Buzz friendship you've been eyeing since level 60. So we're going to get right into it, starting with the heroes you need to focus on. If you haven't got to this point in the game yet, this will be useful because you'll know who you may want built up. Starting with Ralph, everyone's favorite tank, or at least my favorite tank. You'll want him built up as powerful as possible. Same with Judy Hops. Make sure you get her unlocked. It is super beneficial to get that BOGO badge. That's the one I cleared it with. Buzz Lightyear, of course, a lot more accessible than from the early days of the game. He's timeless. His badges don't even power him up that strong. The basic damage is pretty decent. Max hit points, the regen and armor negation isn't minute. However, he's just great all around. Felix, the trash tank. No, I'm kidding. I actually really enjoy Felix. He doesn't get a lot of love. He's just a self-healing kind of guy. However, he is extremely key to you having an easy time with this mission. And again, that's episode 8, part 5. There's the 2 badges, Golden Snow Cone and Rapid Fixin', or whatever it's called there. And both of those could be used to potentially clear this extremely difficult episode. Woody, obviously, you need. He's the focus. I only got him to 4-star. You probably want to get all of those characters at least to 4-star. Max skills. Get their badges up in increments, but make sure the key points like survival and their damage are covered. And if you do that, you'll be on your way to getting batteries included. The next important part of this, Felix must live. There was maybe 2 instances since I was trying this episode, in this part of the episode, part 5, since level 68, where I might have been able to clear it with just 4 people. However, that was about 2 times in maybe 1 to 200 attempts. Not going to happen very likely if you're trying to do it by 70. However, Felix, as you can see here, there's times he's going to get targeted down hard. He'll be in a stun lock potentially for the first 15 seconds of this fight, at which case if the creeps are targeting him, he's going to be KO'd, and he'll be KO'd multiple times. There is some RNG in this fight, like with all of them. However, the change-ups are kind of few and far between, and generally Felix is a huge target. The only time I didn't see him be such a target was at level 68. So if you can get to this fight at level 68 with the Rapid Fixin' badge and up your damage, sorry, I keep calling them badges, the discs, and up your disc strength to maximize the DPS as much as possible, you probably have a chance to get it fairly early. If not, there's definitely going to be some adjustments and some pain as you go through the increments and level your way up to 70 and beyond. Of course, as you go beyond level 70 in your team level and your characters, this mission will get progressively easier. However, like I said, there really is no easy time with this if you're trying to do it early. Again, the BOGO badge for Judy is very key. You can try use Deputy Junior. It does have its own benefits as well with the increased attack speed during Deputize. However, it's its own thing. You're going to have to check out which one works for you. Again, like, I don't think there's any right specific way to do this. This is just focusing on what I did to get this cleared. And it took a long time. It was a lot of effort, and I think that's going to be able to be said about a lot of these friendship discs that are coming up now. What's going on here is just me working through it with Felix dying. Like I said, I've maybe got through it to the very end where it was possible that I could have maybe won with 4 of them. I think I just equipped the max Felix disc there for the hit points, and spoiler alert, it does not do anything. It does not give you enough hit points at level 70 to survive the freeze stun lock, as you are about to see right now. 15 seconds, and dead. Yeah, it just does not work for him. In these attempts, though, I do try and push it a bit with the 4 because I did have these red herring successes where I was able to get to the very end with 4 of them. This one's actually stacking up pretty decently, and the next one does as well. However, you have to time things oh so perfectly once you get to the very end of this fight. And if you don't use your abilities on point, plus with the other factors that are going on at the time, you're most likely not going to be the last Mr. Incredible. As you'll see, there's a Mr. Incredible in every wave of that mission. Episode 8.5 there, it starts out with him in the second one, and yep, he'll be there in the third one as well. It's just unavoidable. Bogo has his shield and healed ability, so the damage he's taking, he's getting healed while the shield's up. It makes him very annoying in the first stage. Depending on your powers and your power level, he might actually be the initial roadblock. I'm fairly satisfied for 4 heroes. What they're pretty much all charged. Ralph will charge up quick enough. So this one was worth me trying to push it a little further. It's very important that Calhoun dies earlier, gets KO'd. The reason being, as you can see there, she'll fire her blast and there's a very good chance that it'll take your team out. So I have everyone up. We're going to the 3rd wave and things are going to fall apart. I have it on manual. This is so I can control the abilities as precisely as possible. Woody gets knocked out by the Calhoun blast. It comes down to these 2. Violet is actually extremely difficult to get around, especially when you're just trying to juggle the 4 heroes. Her shield will really get in the way. You have to try and either knock Mr. Incredible back or just make sure she takes as much damage as possible to get rid of her shielding earlier. And this is where it all kind of falls apart. Well, Judy's hanging in. That BOGO badge is extremely useful for clearing some of these friendships that she's part of. Alright, so now this is going to be getting the clear. So actually the discs that are equipped, so as you can see I come in paused. I wasn't actually sure I was going to clear it when this started. I was just kind of goofing around, and then I saw that Felix lived and I was shocked, so I had to record it right away. So at the time of this, we're level 70. Felix is actually using the Frozone badge because he can get a stun off on the first hit. It's like 1 in 6 if you don't have it powered up. And that initial hit will buy him enough time that if the targeting is good, as in the creeps aren't beating the crap out of him, he will actually survive. I'm kind of in shock that I have 5. I think I'm going to get it this time, but I'm on auto, which is lazy. I shouldn't be on auto. You definitely want to be on manual a lot of the times when you've had enough times to look at how the abilities and the creeps play out, just to kind of maximize the timing. It's not looking too terrible, but they are going to beat down my team with just the 2 of them because, as I've said before, Mr. Incredible is just not nice. He's very mean. So many hit points and a lot of damage. Yeah, you'd think Judy could finish him here, but not with the haste. Not when he's raged out. Alright, so this time for sure. So you gotta watch for the charms, the stuns, Buzz's force field. There's all these things that come into play that need to hit off in order to, be successful. And Felix needs to keep your team healed because if you lose Ralph early in the end or Woody, you're not gonna have enough DPS to make this work. So whatever you do, keep him alive. You can play with the discs For sure. Like I said, if you're lower level, you might be able to get away with the rapid fire fix, and I can explain a bit more about that in another video when I talk about maybe just kind of how I approach the friendship discs in general. However, if you're powered up, you know, then you're going to want to benefit from that interrupt attack with the stun when he's healing himself. And you're just going to have to hope that you know, try a few badge unequips, re-equip, leave the game, come back, try and get it mixed up a bit, because there are different scripts or there are random effects, especially like, you know, with crits and that kind of stuff, that does really turn the tide of the battle. So right now you got all 5 of them up. Mr. Incredible's on the ropes. There you have it. All I really have left to say about this is stay persistent. This disc is an excellent investment for Woody, whether you're just collecting or actually use him regularly. And Felix, if he dies in the first 15 seconds of this fight, take the hit, try again. You will know if he's going to live or not. You want all 5 of your heroes up when you proceed into Wave 2 and beyond. If you like what I've been doing and want to see more videos, please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks, and keep on gaming.